This live won't be long. It's just a quick update on kind of where I've been, and I hope you guys can hear me properly, clearly. I'll double check after the live, and if the audio isn't good enough, then I'll just delete it and make a new one sometime this week. But yeah, I've just come to say hello, to say that I will be making more content, and just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on what's been going on for me. So I've just been going through a philosophical evolution, change, or whatever you want to call it. And whenever I am going through this phase or this stage in my life or this moment in my life, I like to take some time away from the world and really think about my life and where I'm going and what I'm actually going through and what I'm actually processing. And so one of the things that I was processing is all of you obviously know that I left Islam and was on that journey, and and being an ex-Muslim and voicing that was so empowering for me. And it was so empowering and it was so needed. But as most labels, labels after a certain point, it can become a prison. And so I came to the conclusion that I no longer identify as an ex-Muslim. That I'm basically someone who grew up Muslim, who left that life, who then shared I then shared my experiences, and so I'm ready to close that chapter. This does not mean that I've gone back to being Muslim again. It doesn't mean that, no, not at all. It also doesn't mean that I'm going to become a Christian or any other faith. I'm an atheist, and that is what it is. And so when I announced that on my Instagram some time ago, had Christians kind of messaging me, and I'm just not a person who believes in a God. There's just no sufficient evidence for that. But I will be making content, and it will be things relating to life and philosophy, and this space is still for individuals who are focused on self-development, living authentically and all that good stuff. And I just thought I'd share my little update, because I really do think labels can imprison us at some point. Well, while it can liberate us at some point in our lives, for me, identifying as an ex-Muslim was so liberating for me. I could finally breathe. I could put a word, I could put a label to something that had brought me so much suffering in my life, So, but then, nothing in life is permanent, Nothing in life is permanent. The only consistent thing in life is change, and I just reached that point in my life. I just reached that point in this journey that a label ex-Muslim no longer served me, So So I'm an individual first and foremost. And there's one of my favorite ex-Muslims. I don't even think he identifies as an ex-Muslim, but he said, we grow out of our childhood and we don't call ourselves an ex-child. We become adults, and that's kind of it. We were a child once upon a time, and so that's kind of how I view being an ex-Muslim. Someone just commented and asked if I'm Somali. Yes, I am Somali. Yeah, kind of grew up in Melbourne, so I'm a Melburnian, but yes, I'm Somali. So I don't believe that the term serves me anymore. I do obviously support ex-Muslims. Whoever is ex-Muslim, all power to you. But that's just not a label that I'm gonna refer to myself any longer. But that's just my small update, I guess, change. I just thought it'd be, have the time right now as I'm, on a walk to kind of share this. And I will make a video. Delving deep on why I've chosen to no longer identify as an ex-Muslim, just an atheist. But it's just labels, man. Labels, they can imprison us. And that's how I started to feel identifying as an ex-Muslim. I started to feel like I was in a kind of prison, and I just, there were so many things coming towards me. As an ex-Muslim, you're obviously, while I was battling Islam, and it just, I will get into it. But anyway, just thought I'd give you guys a quick update on where I have been, and you'll be hearing from me in the very near future. All right, bye. I'm not sure how to end this.